Alright, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kodash, double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and unto the elect doing work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. This GMS precepts, Nazar Achad here, and breaking news, as everybody has seen or known by now. We're right at the brink of war, right? This is actually from yesterday. Today's the 23rd. It's from the 22nd, but it's here. All right, we're right at the brink of war. You had Sleepy Joey just announced that they put sanctions. Do I have an article? I don't think I have an article on that. But Joe Biden just put sanctions on Russia for their attempted occupation of Ukraine. Actually, this is updated. This article is from the 22nd, but it says here it's updated. So I'll read it. This is from news.us. Here it is. .usny. I'm sorry, USNI. .org. And it says Russian Navy cruisers positioned to counter U.S., French, and Italian carrier groups in the Mediterranean. So this is it, man. They're positioning. So this is all a chess. These are chess moves being played out right now, and this is all as a pretext to war. Okay, Slavic class guided missile carrier, missile cruiser Marshal Ustinov departs Russian Northern Fleet base. This photo has been updated with a statement from the chief of the. It says 3 Russian guided missile cruisers have been arrayed across the Black Sea and the Mediterranean to counter 3 NATO carrier strike groups, causing concern in the Pentagon, a U.S. defense official told USNI News Today. As of Monday, the 3 Slava class cruisers were operating in and around the Aegean Sea. Okay, man. So this is one article. So this is basically saying that the cruisers, the Russian cruisers, are positioning themselves strategically in defense of the U.S., French, and Italian carriers in around that area, right? This is another article. It says amid massive cyberattack on Ukraine, U.S. warns of Russian invasion within 48 hours. Okay, Defense and Foreign Ministry websites taken down an attack as predicted by U.S. officials ahead of full-blown invasion to include airstrikes, missiles, and push from Kyiv. Woman walks by a photographic memorial of those killed in a confrontation between Ukraine's military and pro-Russia separatist forces. Eastern Ukraine, February 23rd. Okay, so Washington has given Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky an intelligence assessment that a full-blown Russian invasion of his country will culminate within the next 48 hours, citing U.S. intelligence. This is why the U.S. told Americans in Ukraine to depart or leave. I believe it was a few days ago. So they know this was going to escalate to this situation, just like they know it's going to escalate into a world's war, right? Which the whole point of this video is to highlight. It's been prophesied already, man. This is the third woe that was spoken about in Revelation and many other scriptures, man. Right? So this is something that's not this isn't new news. Okay, this is something that through the Spirit we've been expecting because it speaks about it. Okay, and it also just makes the scriptures and the prophecies more. It gives it more validity, man. Right? All the things that we've been saying through the Spirit, starting with our apostles of GMS, of course. All the things that we've been taught, all the things that we retaught through the Spirit has been coming to pass. And one of them is what? That third world's war, which we see happening right now. Because you got to remember, it might be just Russia and Ukraine at the moment. It might and U.S. putting sanctions on it, but you have other nations that are aligned, right? Because basically it's Russia against the U.S. and everybody that's Russia and NATO, and anybody that's aligned with the U.S. or aligned with Russia, they're gonna choose sides. That's why you see in this article it said Russian cruisers are positioned to counter not only the U.S. but the French and Italian carrier groups. Right? Where's the article? I had another article. Where is it? Here it is. Ukraine asks for emergency meeting. Ukraine war. UK. Here it is. Well, I read this too. It says UK Prime Minister, this sloppy nigga, PM Boris Johnson warns of Russophobia, meaning not to take. It says Boris Johnson has urged lawmakers not to allow sanctions to spill over into judgment on the Russian people. Right? This is what I wanted. It says Britain can kick Russia in the backside, London claims. According to the defense secretary, Putin has gone full Tonto over Ukraine, right? Russian diplomats leave Ukraine. Now, the whole reason of why they're saying they're going into Ukraine, or who's right, or is Putin justified in going into Ukraine, all that is of none importance. And I say that because it doesn't matter, man, right? It doesn't matter. What matters is it's prophecy. What matters is a world's wars is about to take place, okay? And that's something that we've been saying through the Spirit, man, okay? Here's another one. This is from the Sun. This is a UK news. It says 2 days to war. This is from today. This is from the 23rd. I'm sure it's updated from 2039. It says, it says Russia to launch full invasion of Ukraine in 48 hours with airstrikes, missiles, launches, and ground troops. U.S. intel says Russia is preparing to launch a devastating full-scale invasion of Ukraine within 48 hours. According to the United States, U.S. President Joe Biden issued the chilling warning to his Ukrainian counterpart Zelensky and claimed Russian warplanes were already carrying short reconnaissance missions over his country's airspace. The U.S. has claimed Russia is preparing to invade Ukraine within 48 hours. Look at this nigga, he's confused. U.S. President Joe Biden has spoken to his Ukrainian counterpart. Nigga is lost. It says it comes as a state of emergency was declared in Ukraine amid fears of an imminent Russian invasion. Putin has already sent tanks and 10,000 troops. Man, this is good news, man. This is good, man. Now I know some might watch this or see news and say that it might be kind of scary, but you know what? All these things must happen, right? All these bad things must happen, like war, pestilence, disease, famine. And Sleepy Joe already said that the result of the sanctions placed upon Russia is going to trickle down to America, to the U.S., and that we're going to all have to suffer for it. And he talked about basically. He in a roundabout way, he's saying the inflation that was caused by the devaluing of the dollar here in America that we did, and the inflation that's going to be the result of it. He's basically saying that he's basically going to just blame it on Russia, which is of no surprise. So he's basically saying that we're going to have to suffer through it by way of financially in economics. He said gas prices are going to go up. So it's going to get real bad. And all those things, like I said, diseases, famine, inflation, high prices, high food prices, and we already have high food prices and food shortages, high gas prices. All these things are going to trickle down and they're going to affect us here in America, right? But all these things must happen. Let me get Luke. This is Luke 21:9. But when ye shall hear, excuse me, I'm getting excited. Let me slow down. It says, but when Luke 21:9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Meaning what? We're hearing of wars and commotions, or wars and rumors of wars as we speak, right? But it says, be not terrified, right? This is what the Lord told the disciples, which he's telling us today. Be not terrified, or don't be scared, right? All these things must first come to pass. Okay? All these things must come to pass. Really, so, and what's going to come after all these bad things happen? The kingdom, salvation, deliverance, our enemies being put under subjection, man. So all those good things, us being taken out of captivity, right? Those are all good reasons for the bad things to happen. And when we look back at it, we're going to look back at the bad things that are going to take place before the Lord comes. We're going to look at it as, you know what, all of it was worth it. All of it was more than worth it, you know? The kingdom that we were able to receive for all these things that are happening is, matter of fact, it tells you that. What is that? Acts? Is it Acts? Is it Acts 4? Is it no, I think it's 14. Let me pause this and find the scripture. I knew it was 14. So it was Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So we got to go through a lot of tribulation prior to the kingdom being established here. Okay? So, like I said, I couldn't really, do I have any more articles? I couldn't really run through all these articles here, because I just, I got a quote here. This is a good one. No matter what political reasons are given for war, the underlying reason is always economic, right? Yeah, so this is basically, like I said, I don't know the whole reason. I believe is going into the pipeline, going through Germany. Matter of fact, I think they halted the pipeline. But all this has to do is with money, right? They want to say, oh, they're invading Ukraine, da-da-da-da-da, we got to go stop them, right? But it really has to do with money. And I believe, the reason why I don't want to go into it, because I don't know it 100%, but I believe it goes into the pipeline. I believe it has to do with the pipeline. I'm not sure, but whatever the reason is, it's prophecy, man. And whatever the reason is, it has to do with money. Okay? It has to do with money. So, like I said, I'll leave these articles in the description. Lord willing, brothers and sisters, were edified. Until the next show, shalawam.